Friday.
It is Friday. It is Friday. I don't know why I yelled at you just now. Welcome in to Aroma Talk. Hanalei and I are very excited to be here with you.
Yep.
I put this tank top on today, and I thought it was a really good idea. My boobs look huge in them, so I'm
They look
sorry.
good.
Thank you. Well, you know, there is a certain thing around just do it while you can, right?
Yeah.
When I'm 70, I can't do this anymore. I can barely get away with it probably at 52. So let's do this. I just didn't really think it through. We are live. Bonnie said vanilla. I don't know what we're doing, but you're on the right track. This is Aroma Talk. So I think this is once a month.
Yeah, once
right?
a month.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
This is, so we do rock talk, and we love that. The two things that we're obsessed with here at SG, aromatherapy and crystals. So Robin is our resident geologist. Hanalei is our resident mixologist, aromatherapist, herbalist. I don't know
Alchemist?
alchemist.
Yeah.
I like alchemist. Yes,
Yeah.
you are an alchemist.
Alchemist.
All those things. And so we get to benefit from her wisdom. She and I get to tell you lots of stories. And then we have some surprises for you up our sleeves today. We have some old favorites, new favorites. I was just doing crystal readings today in Gem Journey, and I was talking about amber, and I couldn't remember whether it was coming to a class toolkit. It's actually here today. How many of you remember this amber resin? We're going to show it to you. Do I have to break this to open it?
No.
Here, I'm going to give this to you. I don't
Yeah.
want to fuck it up. Ooh, you got coconut liqueur. I didn't even know they had coconut sparkling water. That's awesome.
Heavy.
Do you guys remember this? Yeah, this is the rose water, by the way. I think it's 2 ounces.
About 2, yeah.
Yeah. So it is larger than our regular perfume bottles. Some of you were asking about that. It is. This is the amber, you guys. And you just break off a little piece. But honestly, as soon as you open the package, your whole space
Just
from this one piece, you have never smelled amber like this in your life. We have not had it for you in so long. I had people, when I stepped away from SG, I had people writing to me and they're like, I will pay you whatever you ask for that amber. So we have it for everybody today.
like to find this, I had to go digging.
Oh, it was not easy. So I will say, so we're going to show you stuff today. Everything's at sagegoddess.com, so you can have your way with whatever we're showing you. And all of it's listed on the website now. I think, what time do we usually wait till the afternoon of our Aroma Talk to put the things on the website. So
2 or 3.
yeah, so these are, if you were on the website this morning, they would not have seen this yet. Yeah. So you need to go check out sagegoddess.com. I know that you can multitask, open another tab, and then you'll be able to see all the magics. But if you have not experienced this amber, or you were out of this amber, okay, I'm done on my amber soapbox, but it warranted a soapbox because it's just so incredibly magical.
So one thing I like to do
It's back.
is get like just a little bit of it, because I'm obsessed with this stuff too, and I just rub it all over me because it just melts so.
Oh my God. You literally
beautifully.
can just melt it and rub it into your skin like lotion.
And now I'm gonna smell like that all day.
It's so good. So anyway, that's called the Amber Resin Restock. That's the link that Seriously just put up. And we are all obsessed with Hannah's nails,
Oh, thank you, Zoe.
which were done by my sweet daughter. So kudos to Zoe. And Hanalei, as you know, has beautiful hands. So that was a partnership made in heaven. We are about to toast. Oh my God, we've got layer shot glasses. That's rad.
I like those.
So Louise, who is our resident everything tech expert, has family in Mexico and went back a couple of weeks ago and brought back a bottle of mezcal from Zacatecas, Mexico, which I've never had. And so we did not open the bottle. We waited because I was like, it'd be really cool to toast him for his birthday this weekend. Feliz cumple, my friend. Thank you for all that you do here for us all the time. We love you. Cheers. Llamas. I love mezcal.
Oh,
That
Think it's
is
not easy?
that is
oh, Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, no, I don't drink like that. I'm like, oh, that's.
She's like, oh. It's a double O from Hana. It's how you know it's good, baby. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Wow, yeah, that was good.
It is Scorpio season at last.
Yeah.
So cheers. Yay! Cheers to many more years of happiness. I think this year is going to be one of the happiest you've had in a long time. It's my intuition. And you deserve it. He's an amazing human being. So cheers. Okay. What are you guys excited about for today? Where are you checking in from? What are you doing this weekend? What's good? What's happening in your world? Talk to us, darling.
Oh, I'm glad you loved your comfort surprise bag.
Yay.
Those were so much fun to make.
It's really cool that you guys get to get surprise bags made by Hana and Robin. You know what I mean? We didn't have that for a long time. So, and when they intuitively choose for you, it is, you're going to get all the good stuff. So love that for you guys. Okay. Well, let's dive right in. We're going to start with the rose water, I think.
Yes.
Which is a good place to begin. How many of you who are here are in Apothecary? Because you got to see me make this live. It was really cool. I just made this by hand in my kitchen with Hana this week on Wednesday. So these are end of season roses from my garden and my neighbor's gardens, including the last rose of the year from my mom's rose bush at home, which is a really big deal. I always try to save the last one of the year because it's just so special to me. My mom, before she died, every year for Mother's Day would give me a rose bush, and I would plant it in my garden and then, enjoy the roses. And her favorite rose is Mr. Lincoln. So this is made with Mr. Lincoln roses. And then I had some, there weren't a lot of roses because of the time of year right now. So I did have some, if you guys saw this when we were live, some like more darker pink. As I didn't have enough of the red. So it's a hybrid of different sort of magenta roses with the Mr. Lincoln. And then we also put other things in there too. We put rosemary in there.
The marigolds are in there.
The marigolds
too.
are in there.
And then you added, I want to say 3 to 5 different rose essential oils in there.
Yeah, it was a hybrid.
Yeah,
hybrid mix of different roses with frankincense carteri, which is Somalian, and it's. So here's the thing: all of those oils are sacred to, and all of those flowers and herbs. Rosemary, get it? Mary's gold, which is where the name marigold comes from. It's the gold of Mary. So it's thought to represent her crown. It's thought to represent her cloak. When rosemary blooms, it's blue, and that color blue, that cornflower blue, is super sacred to Mary. So this is, we put all of that in together, lots of intention. We put the moon water in from the new moon ceremony that we just did in Libra. And so there's a limited number of bottles available. If you would like to work with it, here's what I will tell you. So we put it in these beautiful bottles that have the rose cap. So there's different ways to work with rose water, okay? Before you pray or meditate, always just anointing. So you put a drop at your third eye, a drop at your wrists, and a drop at the top of your feet, which covers all your energy lines, your meridian lines, which I'm teaching you about next month in Living University. And I want to remind you, Hanalei and I are going to be cooking and crafting every month this year in Living University as part of our Living Creativity class. And you have to sign up for the whole Living University to get access to that. We're starting in November. Would love to have you register. Seriously, we'll put the link up. My classes, I didn't raise the prices on my classes this year. They're live online, but they're recorded so you can watch them later. And we have some really fun cooking and crafting ideas coming for you this year. We're going to be watercolor painting with moon water this year and all kinds of exciting things. Geode water.
I wanted to say, being on the back end, planning these classes with you, because I was helping with Apothecary too. The energy this time around definitely feels different. Yeah. It's like, it feels authentic, which is something that we're talking about in Living University.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, it's the way we do cooking and crafting is we try to use ingredients you have or that are easy to source, recipes that are easy to follow and fun. And also we're going to be teaching you a lot of things for holiday gifting, because both of us are really into giving homemade gifts to people as opposed to just going out and buying a bunch of things. And a lot of people this year are watching their budget for the holidays, so they want really intentional, meaningful gifts. I do want to say rose water is a beautiful gift to give, because it's so sacred. It has so much meaning in so many different cultures around the world.
One of the things I like doing with my rose water, because I wash, kind of consecrate and cleanse all of my candles, and I mentioned in class that I recently redid my Mother Mary altar. Yeah. And so I'll get her candle and I'll cleanse it really quick or bless it with the rose water. So I may have snagged a bottle earlier today. I'm just saying.
Well, in the little hallway that goes back downstairs where the Mary picture's hanging, we're putting the table underneath today because it's my Mary altar. I've been waiting. I know.
I'm gonna be there.
Which reminds me, we do need a really great Mother Mary candle. That's something we could do probably in December, maybe for holiday. You know what I mean? Don't you guys feel like you want a really good Mother Mary candle? We've had some for you in the past, but of course I've burned all mine. So I'm a devotee of Mary. My roots are Christian, and so Mary has a lot of significance to me.
And this is going to be one of my first years fully working with her. Like I mentioned in class, I went from Pentecostal Christian. I'm recently converted to Catholicism, so I'm learning more about the saints and learning more about working with Mother Mary energy.
So cool. And she taught us how to make rosary beads out of real roses.
I wish I brought them up the show.
They're so rad.
So
cool.
I
put them in the dehydrator, and they turned out beautiful. I mean, they really do feel like hard beads that are ready to be made into jewelry or rosaries. So,
and I think I saw someone ask earlier, what did you do with the rose petals afterwards? When you're making rose water, if you make your own, that's what you can do with the rose petals.
It's true.
Make beads.
So you can also, we don't have any more of it left to sell, I don't think. I think Blessed Rose.
Yeah.
Do we still have it?
No, I think that was...
My jar was just there. That's literally, I saw it today. That's so weird. What did I do with it? Anyway, Blessed Rose is an incense that we made from the roses from my birthday that I was gifted. And so, because I wanted to keep them forever. So you can also dry your roses and then pulverize them into powder. You can either use a herb grinder, coffee grinder, or you can use a mortar and pestle. So that's another way to make your roses last forever. You
can make pigment out of it if you like watercolor and all that good stuff.
Yeah, she was talking about how some of the rose wine that we're making, we're gonna, because it kind of, it's fermenting into this really dark, beautiful, so she's gonna take some of it and make paint out of it, which I just think is rad. So.
Oh, and incense.
Yes. Oh, incense. Yeah. So anyway, all the things. If you don't have a dehydrator, yes, your oven will work. Always as a backup, just on a really low temperature, like 200, degrees, and just keep an eye on it. But yeah, so if you're going to start really getting into making your own seasonings, making your own whatever, getting an inexpensive dehydrator is a good idea down the road. You can ask Santa to bring you one.
I vote we get one for design downstairs.
1,000%. 1,000%. I might just bring mine here. I mean, now that I have a space. I didn't bring it to the old building because I knew we were moving, but now I'm just I need the space in my kitchen. And the things anything I do at the house would be super fun to bring and do here. There's a ton of persimmons on my tree at home, and they're all over the grocery store, and dried persimmons are my favorite thing. So I want to dry all of those too. But we're going to have a holiday shopping. There's going to be a holiday market here at Sage Goddess in person. Which, by the way, our first ever in-person event is in a week, and we're sold out. We do have a wait list because we can only fit 100 people in our new space, and so thank you to those of you who RSVP'd. Be sure to come in costume. I will be a nun, which is very appropriate, but you can dress whatever you want. I think we're having a costume contest, so make sure you come in costume. But we're going to have a holiday shopping opportunity for you here at SG, and I'm going to be making jams and jellies. I might sell dried persimmons and other things too. We're just going to be making and selling some fun, foods and crafts, so you have a lot to look forward to. Okay, that was a fun tangent. I was just trying to tell you about Living University, and we went in a whole different direction. But back to Aroma Talk.
So this one is what I'm super stoked to talk about.
Yes.
If you did not see, when we launched these, this is our custom Big 3 Zodiac perfume.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we set this up, if you know your Big 3, like you go do your chart, your sun, moon, and rising, I've been working in these all week, and it's really fun seeing the different combinations we're able to come up with.
Do they surprise you? Like when
Yeah.
you... Oh, interesting.
Yes. So I chuckled to myself because I chose the heart note for Aquarius as Valerian.
Because Aquarians need to chill out. And by the way, so when she says big 3, she's talking about, in astrology, that's your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people, like, you know what your sun sign is because you're like, oh, I was born on October 26th. I'm a Scorpio, right? That's his sun sign. But he also has a moon sign and a rising sign. So that's the sign that's on the horizon when you're born. That's your ascendant. And then the sign that your moon is in is your moon sign, obviously, and then your sun sign. And the 3 of those together are really you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sun Leo, but I'm moon Sag, and I'm Libra rising. That really is who I am. Leo is only one part of the equation. So everybody here knows their big 3 because it's like we live this. But if you don't know your big 3, it is good to know. You're going to get along best with people who have the same moon sign as you because they think the same way you do. So that's something to look for. Like, whenever I meet people who have fire moons, I'm always like, oh, we're just kindred spirits because we tend to think and operate the same way.
My best friend and I, we're both Scorpio moon, and I go, that makes a lot of sense.
And Zoe, she's probably like, they bonded. So, yeah, like water moon people are always going to bond. Fire moon people are always going to bond. Just good things to know. So when Hana, because she's so good at this, she kind of devised the oils that correspond to the different signs. So when you write in to purchase this perfume, which again, everything we're showing you is at sagegoddess.com, but this is just our chance to give you the deeper dive on what's new at SG. Mm-hmm. She's going to blend your sun, moon, and rising notes. And then the label, every single label is made to order.
Yeah.
That shows the glyph or the symbol, right? Isn't that cool?
Yeah. This is pretty much what you'll be receiving. And further breakdown, the way we designed this, your rising is going to be what we call a top note in perfumery. Mm-hmm. So this is the opening of the fragrance. The way I put it, and I make people chuckle, is this is what's going to slap you first.
Your rising design does slap people first.
Yeah.
And
then your sun being the bulk of your personality, this is the heart or middle note.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, once the top kind of dissipates, you're going to start smelling the heart. And then the moon, this is where your emotions are sitting. Mm-hmm. This is kind of more of inner world from what I've learned and what I understand. And so this is your base.
It's true.
This is one of the last things for those who get closer to you will start to see.
Yeah, it is. Because the eventually the mask comes off. Right? Mm-hmm. I can only be a Libra for so long. Then you get Leo me, and then you get Sag me, right? So, and that's how it is with everybody, right? Eventually, your rising wears off. You only see the Scorpio part of Hanalei if you know her well, right? So it's the layers of us that we explore for ourselves, and also that we expose to other people, depending on, to her point, like how close we are or how much we trust the person that is in your life. So
I feel like because my rising is also Scorpio, but that version of Scorpio, at least from what I've understood others perceiving me, I'm still kind of mysterious or secretive. Like, I'm not going to really show you everything. So that's on the outside, it's kind of like a barrier. Yeah. My best friend has said. And then when you get to know me a little more, my main personality, like, you are a dork. You're a little different. You're a little unique. So that's where the Aquarius comes out. And I'm a little conformity. What is that? I don't know what that means. You said go this way. I'm going to go left and rebel. Thank you. But then again, that emotional, the moon sign, I get a little intense.
It's deep.
Yeah, I get a little deep.
But it's good. And especially here, right? Where deep is what we do. Deep is where we live. So it's incredibly well suited for our environment here. We have a lot of Sag moons on our team, which is the quest for truth. Deep subconscious, like, we're not satisfied. We secretly want to be abducted by aliens every single day. So or not so secretly. So this is a chance to have us make a custom perfume. Every single one is made by hand by Hanalei that is a tribute to your big three. Mm-hmm. So it holds the energy of those. This would be a rad gift to have us do for someone, and you hold on to it till the holidays, which, as I've been telling you all week, are 2 months away. Like, I don't want to think about it, but yeah, Christmas is a nice 8 weeks away. So, and I will tell you too, so I want to thank you because you guys have been so excited about us coming back to SG, and all of our design products have been selling out. So if you see something you like, I would not wait. We may not be able to restock the thing that you're looking for before the holidays. We're trying, but we may not be able to. So if you see something tonight and you're like, oh, you know what, my best friend would love that for the holidays, might be good to get something as a gift. And again, everything's at sagegoddess.com. So yay. Yes, Emilia, I think that's a fantastic suggestion. She's suggesting a grief candle.
Yeah.
Can I show you what we just put back on the website as a pre-order? Because I do think for now this may be the right candle for you while we work on something inspired by that. This isn't a grief candle per se, but it is an honoring candle for the ancestors. And so this was our Samhain offering. I love it so much, and I know a lot of you do too, and a lot of you missed it because it sold out really, really quickly. So I don't know if you want to talk about that one.
Yeah, so the notes that we have in this one, it's rose, marigold, heather, violet, and a bit of yarrow, and tobacco, just like a touch of tobacco in there to help honor the ancestors. I had a fun little story. Every time we're pouring in design candles, that entire back warehouse smells beautiful. Yeah. So you'll know I'm pouring something the moment you walk through those doors.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's neat the way we're set up now, because there's a main part of our warehouse, and then there's a back part of our warehouse that we're actually building out into a hang space, shopping space, probably in the new year. But it's like a gateway to the world of aromatherapy in our space. So yes, this one is available. It's on pre-order. So if you go to sagegoddess.com, again, Circe's got the link. She just put it up. Thank you for that. She's always 2 steps ahead. And so you can go on pre-order. And then those are shipping probably the next couple of weeks, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So typically the way pre-orders work, especially with our hand-poured candles, up to 2 weeks before shipping. Yeah. Most likely I'll get to these next week though. So.
Yep. Are all the oil correspondences the same, just blended based on your big three? So you have oils designed for each sign, and then you alchemize them.
Yeah. So I don't measure out like, 1 gram this, 1 gram that, 1 gram that. I kind of actually go in and I read, I don't want to say necessarily your energy, but I kind of look at what your big three is, get the 3 oils, smell them together, and see how it would work. Yeah. So sometimes your moon sign, that note will be stronger or a little more prominent than the other 2. Mm-hmm. So if you, I was going to maybe say I can maybe write them down somewhere.
Yeah. 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 I think that would be cool. Is that helpful? Yeah, the artwork is rad, isn't it? That was, we all kind of gasped when this candle came together, because I wanted one for my ofrenda, for my ancestors, and for our Samhain altar here at the shop, and then I want one for home. And so this is one of we've had a couple of, like, I call them rock star candles since we came back. Like Sacred Prayer is just another absolute favorite candle of mine. So anyway, if you haven't seen our new candle designs that Hannah's been working on, this is my favorite of the season. And so because we had Aroma Talk today, we wanted to make it
bring
available.
This back for y'all. Really excited for the Mary candle. I've got some things going. Thank you for that, by the way.
You know, you need one of the things, I had given it to Bruce a long time ago. There is the most gorgeous Mary, it's street art, not far from here. And I went and took a picture of it and sent it to him. And I'm like, could this inspire you? Not this specific art, but like, could this image inspire you? And he still has that. It might be good to go back to him too and just see if you guys can collab on.
There's one that I saw too. I might send your way. Okay. That's not far, but it's
Is it in Wilmington?
Yeah, are we looking at the same one?
It's the same one. It's like a couple streets back.
Yeah.
It's in Wilmington. Yeah.
Oh.
It's my favorite one.
Okay, now I know.
So I was like, hey, Zoe, want to go for a drive? And she's like, what are we doing? And I'm like, roll down your window. And so we were like trying to get a good, it's absolutely beautiful. I always get inspired by street art. So anyway, stay tuned. We'll come up with something really gorgeous for you. And can you imagine just all of the, and I think, you know, the perfume that we're blending today, which I want you to talk about, could actually be a good baseline for how the Mary candle comes together scent-wise. Because we're making a perfume for you today that's inspired by Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary.
I wanted to say something about the roses. When we were talking about the rose water before, and when we blend this, I'll speak more on it. I know roses mean a lot to you, and I always find parallels between our stories sometimes. Because my mother loved roses as well. And I was actually sharing this with someone. Apologies if this gets a little dark. But in 2001, my mom went to the Rose Bowl to support my cousin. He was playing for Washington State at the time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's where she passed.
Is it really?
Was at the Rose Bowl.
I didn't know that.
So, like, on her stone, you'll see a picture of the Rose Bowl. This is why, like, I feel such a calling towards roses as well. Like,
that's incredible. No, it's not too dark. I think it's nice because it reminds people, like, you guys can always share your stories. And I think for a lot of us, that scent of rose is intense because it has so many connections to people we love who have passed. And remember, your soul knows rose really well because every lifetime you've lived, roses have been significant. They planted roses at the Oracle at Delphi, all the way around the Oracle. It's always been associated with magic, with the spirit world, with spirit communications and transmissions. So just like the souls, the spirits, the spirit world recognizes frankincense. They recognize myrrh, right? Like anything that has legs, that's been around for thousands of years is connected to, you know, us, but also to our ancestors. And then it's crazy to think about like I often will think about like my great grandchildren who I may never meet will be working with roses and loving roses and probably be like, my great grandmother loved roses or whatever, right? Like the decades from now, those stories will continue to be told.
I see them with roses and patchouli.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Everybody, all of my future ancestors will either love patchouli or hate it. Like, oh my God, that's what my great grandmother smelled like. She smelled like an old hippie. What's a hippie? I don't even know what a hippie is. Anyway, I'm glad you love it too. Are any of you named Rose? My daughter's middle name is Rose, and my mom and I chose that together without telling each other, by the way. We came up with Zoe's middle name on the same day, and we both wrote down what we wanted it to be, and we both opened each other's pieces of papers, and we're both like, we both wrote Rose. So, and carnations are super sacred to Mother Mary too, by the way, Heather. Oh. Super sacred. There's a whole, like, lilies are sacred to Mother Mary. Lavender is sacred to Mother Mary. Carnations for sure are sacred to Mother Mary. So, yeah. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so now you know why we're riffing on Rose.
We love it.
Because we love it, and it meant a lot to the matriarchs that we descend from.
I think I'm ready to talk about.
Talk it up. I'm laughing because this is one of our original Sage Goddess Sage bundles, and this is where my whole business started, right? And these are rose petals from our front garden. So even as we're talking about roses, like they're right here in front of us too.
So I wanted to show, if you did not see, if you missed it, we have Morgana.
And this is the limited edition in this bottle, which is so fucking rad. This is Morgana, you guys. Do you guys know the story of Morgana? Sometimes this feels like a pajama party because there's so many great stories to tell, and Morgana has a story that ends all stories. So Morgana is, it sounds simple on the face of it, jasmine and vetiver, but there's multiple jasmines and multiple vetivers. Vetiver in India is known as rukhus, Rukhus. And Indian vetiver smells different than vetiver from Java or Indonesia. Yeah. Like, it's just, you know, and there's vetiver from the US, there's vetiver from all over the world. Okay, so here's the story of Morgana. Do you know who Morgana is? Morgana is a goddess who's often associated with Avalon. You've probably heard of Morgan Le Fay, right? So Morgana, it's all the same lineage. She's a goddess of magic. She's a high priestess. She is one of the veil goddesses. So like those goddesses guard the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead. Kind of like Hecate is a veil goddess. Morgana is a veil goddess. Okay, so I'm in San Francisco. Sage Goddesses just started. It's 2012. Okay, so this is 13 years ago. And I get inspired to make a Morgana perfume. And we have not changed the formula, by the way. It smells exactly like it did back then. So I'm like, okay, I need to make a Morgana perfume. And I kept looking for like multiple ingredients. Because when you're making something for such a complex deity, it's like, it can't just be vetiver and jasmine. And so I was like, let me try multiple versions of vetiver and multiple versions of jasmine. Because there's night blooming jasmine and day blooming jasmine. And they're all slightly different. So I blend this perfume. And I've got my little original Sage Goddess team. There were 4 of us, okay? And so everybody's all excited, Morgana, Morgana. And I told them, I sat them down in our ceremony room and told them about Morgana. And so one by one, they were like, well, can I go and put some on? And so everybody was trying it. And so Holly, one member of my team at the time, was an amazing practitioner in her own right. She was like, I'm going to go use the restroom, but let me put some on. And so she goes to use the restroom, and she's not coming back. I was like, 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by. So I'm like, hope Holly's okay. What the hell's going on? So she comes out of the bathroom and she looks different, okay? And she looks at me and she goes, what is in this? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, I swear to God, I went in the bathroom and I was like shape-shifting. I'm like, you were shape-shifting in the bathroom? Only at Sage Goddess, right? And she's like, no, Athena, I've never smelled anything like this before. Like, I honestly, like, it made me sit up a little straighter and I'm feeling a little fiery. And so she had this total out-of-body experience. And even now, because I've kept in touch with her all these years later, she's like, if I cannot run out of Morgana, like, it's become my signature scent. When people smell it, they know it's me. So Morgan, Morgana, Morgan Le Fay, these are all, yes, you're exactly right. These are all the same, just different names for the same energy. If you don't have so first of all, if you do have Morgana, you should still get one, because I'm going to keep making it. We're going to keep making it as long as we can. But, you know, with perfume, you never know. We've had to retire some permanently because we can't get the same notes. And because it's vetivers from different places. The other thing is you don't have it in this bottle. And this is rad. So again, this is a limited edition Morgana just for the Samhain season. It's at sagegoddess.com.
I love this bottle.
You too.
I remember, so Mike on our warehouse team found it, sent me pictures, like, do you need these? Yes, right now. Bring to me, please. So I have like a little collection of bottles back there.
It's sexy, it's smoky, it's mysterious. You will love it. And also, it pairs really well with patchouli, pairs really well with frankincense. Like, if you have other Sage Goddess perfumes, you can build on it. You know what I mean? You can add florals to soften it. You can add patchouli to make it even a little bit darker and a little bit deeper. And they're all beautiful. So
a combination that I've been playing with, because I really love smoky fragrances, vetiver and birch tar. Yeah.
Ooh. I like that. I like the idea of that very, very much. Beautiful. It's got the little like felt tab on the bottom. It's just a sexy, beautiful bottle. Those are all little crystals on there. Isn't that beautiful? It's going to look so pretty on your altar or on your vanity. And it does. It looks like a mysterious potion, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, don't touch that bottle. You might shapeshift into some creature of the night. So congratulations. Yes. And by the way, the Summon set, I think, is officially sold out again. If it's not, it's very close to it.
Yeah, very close.
Okay. Did you guys see the Summon set? I might have, Rachel, if you're watching, if there's a set out there, I don't know if you could bring it in.
I believe there may be.
It's so rad. So I do want you to see it. Woo. Okay, we're getting a request for ease.
Ease.
Because you're guarding your 2 bottles very carefully. That's how you know it's good. So Lori asked for it. And then there's backup for that request. So noted. It's good to know, like, if you're guarding something with your life, because there's so little of it, you should probably let us know that so that we can. Some things we can't recreate for you, but some things we can. Mm-hmm. Oh, is it really? Is it right over there? Yeah.
Awesome. Actually, it was vetiver and birch tar.
birch tar is. It's like, it's sexy.
Yes.
But it's different. It's a different sexy. Oh, rad. Okay, this is our summon set. So it's called Sweet Summon. What we did is take the original formula for summon and add honey. This is for our upcoming 11/11 ceremony. So we're going to make a honey jar together. It comes with with the generator, the jar, the stir, the candle, the perfume, and then everything to put in your honey jar. Rose quartz, peridot, citrine, bay leaf, rose petals, damiana. You get the whole shebang. So I don't know how many of those we have left. I feel like a waitress, like walking around. Would you like dessert?
I walk like that in the warehouse. I have all my things.
No, really, it's like,
oh, and today we have.
Check out my tray of treats, everybody. So
Tray
that
of
is there.
treats.
Around here, it's more treats than tricks. I'm glad we got to show that to you and talk about that. Okay.
I am interested to hear your story for these.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you are. Okay. Look at me. You've been with me for a long time, right? Or maybe you haven't. Maybe you're brand new and you're like, listen, lady, I don't know you well enough to have this conversation with you. Hemorrhoids. Have you had them? You don't have to out yourself. Even if you haven't had hemorrhoids, let me just tell you, this is really good for any kind of irritation in your lower bits, and it's also good for lower back pain. This is a blend of salts. So it was not designed for me. It was designed for someone I know who asked me, "Do you have anything for hemorrhoids? Like, could you make something for hemorrhoids?" Rectal discomfort. Are we allowed to say that on YouTube?
We already said it, so.
I don't know. Sometimes there's rules and I find out about them because I break them and then it's like, oh, great. Okay, I have the answer. I didn't want to call it, I mean, what are you going to call something like this, right? You're going to call it a hemorrhoid bath soak? That sounds sexy. Put that in your bathroom. So we decided to call it Better Booty because your booty's going to be better after you sit in water with that. So that's where it began. It was me experimenting in my home apothecary to make someone that I love something to help. And it helped. So then this person told other people who now have been waiting for their booty to be better. And so if this is, I mean, it's true. But, you don't just get them from having babies, right? Here's what I have found out. It's something really common that men struggle with in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And we don't have to have this full conversation. I don't need you to draw me pictures of what's going on in men's nether regions from age 40 to 70. But the downtown situation gets complicated, apparently, and it would be really nice for someone experiencing that to sit in a bath of Better Booty. So it is a combination of all of what you see in the list there. Tea tree, there's a little bit more in there too. I think there's a little birch in there. There's a couple of other ingredients. But primarily it's tea tree, peppermint, rosemary, cypress, and lavender. You could turn this into a scrub, but that's not the intention. The intention is a scoop in your bath, and that even if you're not like a bath lover, just a sitz bath, right? What my mom used to call it, a sitz bath, where you just put a couple of inches of water in the bathtub and put your booty in there. It does not sting. No, it actually feels really good. Oh, I know. We had to have this conversation because you need this, and honestly, somebody in your life needs it.
I want to say the prototyping period of this product was very interesting. I reached out to some people in my life that I know had this.
These challenges?
Yeah, these challenges. I've gotten good reviews, so. I mean, I don't.
Listen. But now, Preparation H is actually a great under eye cream if you have heavy bags. It's weird. You need to mix it with like coconut oil and stuff. It's kind of I learned it from a friend who used to be in the film and TV industry in LA, that a lot of like models, and if you've had a rough night and you have to go be on camera, they'll use just a little Preparation H to take care of the bags.
Oh.
But there's a reason Preparation H is a radically popular product because a lot of people have booty issues. So yeah, I'm not here to tell you to scrub your booty. I'm here to tell you to soak your booty.
Yep. Soak.
This is a booty soak. And it has the big magnesium flakes in it in addition to Epsom salt. So it's a heavy dose of magnesium. So the party bonus of this, to finish our poop talk, okay, because this will be the last we talk about poops and boots tonight. This will help you stay regular. Do you have any questions? I'm going to fix your butt. I'm going to get you regular. And yes, soaking in a bath salt blend does help you stay regular. It is really good for your skin. Okay, it's going to relax you. Cypress, by the way, reduces inflammation in general. So it's incredibly healing. The way I first learned about cypress was after I had children. I made a bath salt blend with cypress in it to soak in after having babies because you need to heal, again, the lower regions. So cypress is really good for reducing inflammation in any part of your body. But so this is good for you even if you don't have hemorrhoids. I use it. I don't have hemorrhoids. I'm one of those weird people who had children and did not have hemorrhoids. But a lot of times when people have C-sections, one of my children was born by C-section, you don't push, and so you don't end up with as many of the hemorrhoid issues. It's the only party bonus of having a C-section. The rest of it just sucks, being cut in half. But at least you don't have the hemorrhoid stuff.
How long was the healing period for that?
For C-section? It was tough for me because I had stairs in my house and I had to go up and down the stairs. So I probably took longer to heal than somebody who could just really rest and I shouldn't have been doing that. I almost popped one of my stitches. But I think it was about how long is it, you guys? God, it's been 16 years and I'm forgetting. I think it was about 3 or 4 months before I was healed. And I took really good care of my scar. I do need to make you a scar blend. Yeah. I'm realizing I used a very particular formula and my scar healed really nicely. So yes, everybody's got booty problems. Circe has confirmed it. So anyway, this is kind of a yoni salt. I mean, it's going to hit your yoni unless you've got some technique to put your butt in the water that's not going to hit your yones. And I don't know what that would look like.
I don't know much about butt stuff, but...
Okay. Are we good? We've talked about regularity, hemorrhoids. I mean, this is a full-service enterprise we have going on.
Yeah.
Your C-section only took 2 weeks to heal? That's awesome. I was a little bit older when I had my second child, so maybe being older makes it harder to heal. Yeah, but I will bring you a scar blend because, not just for C-section scars, but any scars. Because people experience cuts and dings and, you want something that's... And I have a blend that will minimize and help your scars heal quickly. So, yep. You did the stair thing too? Yeah, I know. I did not have a long maternity leave with my daughter. So, yeah, it was tough. The things we do, my daughter was an emergency C-section, so I didn't think I was having a C-section because my first was not a C. So anyway, on and on we go. Mom talk. But that is better booty, and you need it. Now we're going to completely switch gears and talk about incense. Away from butts, and now we're talking about witches.
Witches.
This is, if anybody remembers witch, this is the original formula of witch perfume made into incense sticks for you with the most beautiful hand-carved obsidian rose incense stick holder. Isn't that cool? So this is at sagegoddess.com too. As with everything, you're getting 12 of the witch incense sticks and the rose. We only have 34 of these. By the way, everything we have tonight is pretty limited.
It's like all of our Samhain goodies that we had.
Is this for the... Do we have the price or quantity for Morgana, or is that?
Oh, Morgana. Sorry.
Yeah. I just don't want to tell them the wrong number. Stand by.
Please hold. Apologies.
Because,
I know we had about a handful left.
I'm pulling it up for you right now. For the person mentioning grief, there was one called Good Grief. Yeah, we did that. The
39,
perfume.
39.
Okay. So we have 24 of the Morgana perfume bottles for you, if you would like one. So that is one. If you were looking at it and you were thinking about it, that is one you want to get early. Yeah, I love it. Leslie's like, my favorite. Send me all the witch incense. Witch is another one that I formulated when we were, it smells so good, when we were up in the Bay Area. So that's why, and again, the Bay Area, I left the Bay Area and came back to...
You don't need Morgana?
Huh?
I thought I heard you asking about Morgana.
Oh, we have it.
Yeah, just the price.
$39.
Or the quantity, yeah. So Witch is a Witch and Morgana were both formulated in the earliest days of SG. 2012, when I was still up in the Bay Area, we moved back to LA in 2013. So it's kind of fun to throw it back tonight, and look how beautiful that smoke is. So incense sticks. Is anybody in the feed who has not worked with incense sticks before? Because I want to talk it up for a second. I am so glad you love Lock-In.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, Lock-In is a new incense stick that Hana formulated for our tarot class. It's so good.
And you can thank the girls for that too, because so Maddie and Zoe, whenever they're both here, they like to help me in design.
Yeah, so cute.
And whenever we work together, Zoe's like, lock in. And so
this is our tribute to Gen Z and their language. We could have called it low key, but we thought Lock-In was better. So anyway, yeah, incense stick. So the way you take care of an incense stick, it's really easy to. I know you just put this one out, but I'm gonna yeah. Okay, so you can use the flame of your candle to light the tip, and you want to wait till it catches flame. It will put itself out. If you blow it out too quickly, then it doesn't really build up enough smoke. So you kind of want to really let it catch a light. And you can see it's lit when the tip gets red.
Zoomers.
There's no more appropriate way to tell you that. Sorry. And then it's like a magic wand. So the reason I love incense sticks is you can just walk corner to corner of your room and clear all the energy. You can wave it like this over your altar. And also just watching the smoke. I'm putting it in front of Hana because against the backdrop of her top, you can really see the smoke. Watching the smoke itself is like a meditation. And then it's kind of like a cigarette. You can put it out by just tamping it down until the red part's gone. And then you can save it and use it again. So one incense stick for me, I would never just burn a whole incense stick and walk away. I always put it out and relight and put it out and relight, and you're getting 12 of them. So depending on how much you use this, it's like a lifetime supply. That's what she said. Thank you, Ghost Gloria. That is what she said. So cool, right? Yeah, and that's rad. So if you want to put it out, just put it upside down in the incense burner. And there you go. And then the next time you want to light it, just flip it over. I will tell you a little trick for me too with the burners like this. And it's so cool that this is obsidian, like you can see through it. It's so rad. I break it off. Do you do this?
Yes.
At the bottom of the scented part, because it's more stable in the burner if you do that.
I do that with our copal incense sticks.
Yeah.
Too.
So just, and then you can toss this. The wood part doesn't have any scent or fragrance to it. So it's just, breaking it off just stabilizes it a little bit. Awesome.
We also have the Memoriam incense sticks. So if patchouli and mugwort isn't really your flavor.
That's what witch is, by the way, patchouli and mugwort.
We have the Memoriam, same notes as the candle.
Yep.
So this has rose, marigold, heather, violet, and yarrow, and a touch of tobacco.
Yep.
But this one comes with these really rad skull incense holders. Right, this is like one of my favorite burners because this comes off.
And they're magnets.
They're magnets.
So rad. You can move them around. Isn't that cool?
This is why it's my favorite.
It's a toy.
Yes.
That has been our favorite forever. We've brought it back several times. We've had it in different colors. There was like a rose gold one. I love the gold. Mm-hmm. But and for me, like you'll see this on my altar in February, in April. Like skulls for me are year round. So yeah, so you have your choice of the witch incense sticks, the mugwort and patchouli with the obsidian burner. Yeah, that's helpful. And then, or the Memoriam incense sticks with the skull incense burner, or both.
Or both, yeah, because, I mean, who does not want these together?
They're pretty cool together. Okay, so that is the other incense surprise for tonight's Aroma Talk.
Uh-huh.
Love that, Tammy. You can totally do that, too. So when it's burning, you know, if you set an intention at the new moon or whatever, like your intention is love, you can write the word in the air with your smoke.
Oh,
and I do. And it's like another way of sending your prayers up to spirit, which I think is really cool. Hanalei and I are going to be teaching incense crafting in Living University in December. Mm-hmm. Is that right? I think it's December.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's December. So your tools for that month, I don't want to give it away, but we're going to be sending you everything you need to make incense with us. And then we're going to teach you how to wildcraft your own ingredients too. So if you want to gather your own herbs or your own, this is why the dehydrator may start to be more on your mind, because anything you grow, you can dry, and then ultimately you can make incense with it. So yeah, if you love all things incense and you want to learn to make incense with us, December Living University, it's where you will want to be, and you want to subscribe for the tools, because then you're going to get all the ingredients and containers and everything to make incense with us. I know. Okay, Morgana is sold out. I'm hearing from Sally Briggs. That could very well be true. We did not have a lot of it, so if you got one and you wanted one, congratulations. Truly. Morgana's iconic, and I just think the bottle's rad. It was such the right choice. Mike gets a big high five
for that.
Yeah. Mike is part of Team SG, and he found those bottles for you, and the rest is history. Yay. You've got the copper skull. Yeah, that was the one I was saying was kind of a rose gold color. I love that one, too. I don't think there's
two of those on my altar right now.
I see them all over the building on people's desks, and I'm like, I know, we're all the same person. It's true.
It's like personality B, your personality A. It's fine.
It's true. It's fine.
Here's what it is.
Look at this, if we get to talk about incantation. Oh, no, we can. Oh, I thought you had incantation. I saw the purple cap. No, talk about Sanguis.
Oh.
We can talk about incantation. We will. Sanguis. I can hear the screams from our OG community. They've been waiting for us to bring Sanguis back.
I've read all the comments.
Yeah.
When do we get Sanguis back? When do we get out soon? Very soon.
Open. Now, this was, I mean, you have to know, we've made at Sage Goddess close to 1,000 perfumes. Like, we have a document, like a common, Google Doc of all the recipes, and it's 1,000 pages long. So, but certain ones are iconic, and Sanguis was a Samhain perfume. I want to say, I don't even know how long ago now. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
I think it was before my time.
I think it was before your time. So she inherited Sanguis. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just a reminder, I've been here.
You like it?
7 years now. Yeah, I just passed 7 years, October 12th.
That's so crazy. You're at 7. Robin's in her 10th year. Mm-hmm. How many years? How many years have you been with us, Louise? 2.
Oh, 2. SG baby.
Doesn't seem like 2, does it?
Right, like a lifetime.
It does seem like a lifetime. Okay, so this is when you hear the recipe, you start to kind of understand why people freak the fuck out over it, and I did too. I was blending it. I remember the moment of making Sanguis. I remember Witch very well. I remember I can literally close my eyes and see. I blended it outside in October, and I was in the Bay Area, and the wind was blowing. It was like very it was just magical, and it was the same experience with Sanguis. Sanguis, by the way, is the Latin word for blood. So if you're looking at the label and you're like, why is it bloody? Because Sanguis, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a word in English, sanguine. You've heard that word. And so, which is sort of like, red colored to your skin, is sanguine.
I get that word and saccharin kind of mixed up sometimes, and I'm pretty sure they mean different.
Those are different. But so yeah, so, and I'm trying to think of the other places in English where sanguis comes up as a root word, but it's vetiver, dragon's blood, blood orange. Do you get it? Blood orange. Which, by the way, blood orange essential oil is a thing. It's an orangey red, and it is a different. It has a different smell to it. It's not like sweet orange. It's a little. It's darker. It's a little richer. It's even thicker. And then Nag Champa, which we all know and love, right? I mean, every metaphysical shop in the world smells like Nag Champa. So it has a little bit of that, like if you remember the old temple, which had Nag Champa as kind of its heart note. So this is like everybody who loved temple moved over to Sanguis. And then Sanguis was gone. It smells like sex and blood. Kind of. It kind of does. It's definitely, this is very witchy. This is very of the season. So if you've been waiting for Sanguis, this is your chance. We have like 24 bottles. There's not a lot of it.
Yeah.
So that will be another one that will sell out. And I'm sure the hardcore folks, we should probably let, seriously, if you wouldn't mind, when we're done here tonight, maybe just sharing the link to this into the perfumery group. You may have done that already. But you may want to let them know even while we're live right now, because I could see them going, are you kidding me? Saying this was back?
I remember reading quite a few comments asking for this one back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so many. So you're welcome. And she has the mist. Leslie has the Sanguis mist. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good as a mist, too. Arachne is a cool one, too. She's the spider goddess.
Ooh, I love her story.
Arachne is a great story. So there's the link. And then now we'll talk about incantation, which, like I said, I looked at the purple cap and went, oh, incantation. But you can see there's a similarity between the two.
I mean, the color schemes are pretty similar.
You know, for Samhain, there's so many places you could go, right?
Yeah.
You get red and black, red and purple, purple and black.
Black and brown.
Which pretty much sums up, I think, both of our wardrobes. I don't know that I own anything that isn't red, black, or purple, except my leopard pants.
Because I'm about to start introducing color to my wardrobe. It's going to be red.
I have a tank top I love, and it's white. And so I put it on today. I took a picture because it says, gentle spirit, badass motherfucker. And I love that tank top, but I can't wear white clothing. So I put it on. I'm like, oh, I'm going to wear this today. And then I was like, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't wear white.
This is me placing a request.
Yeah.
What your pillow says in the layer. If we can get that on a sweater.
Oh, my God. We need that really bad. Yeah.
That's going to be the new uniform.
No, it's so good. And people walk by and they're like, oh, what a nice room. And they look at the pillow like, these are my people. So Leslie just got incantation. Do you want to talk about it? The notes in incantation, this is our Samhain perfume for this year. This is one that I designed for you. I was curious about the fruit ingredients because it's the first time we've had the real oils of these two fruits, the mamey sapote and the Kalahari melon.
Yeah.
Which are both thought to be fruits associated with abundance, with magic, with calming, with grounding. So there's two fruit oils. And then there is a new floral absolute called Aglaya, which is it's a white flower. It's intoxicating. I mean, we've never worked with any of those notes. And then the other thing, the fourth ingredient in here that we've never worked with before is ashwagandha essential oil. And so the reason I thought, okay, well, let's put ashwagandha in here. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen. This is the pure essential oil of ashwagandha that's in here. And it calms your central nervous system. It's really good for anxiety. It helps you sleep.
Does it help lower like your cortisol levels?
It does. Right? Yeah, totally.
It's really good for stress. Like one of my nicknames that I got from an old coworker is Stress Box. It's like I'm just intense. I'm a really intense person. Trust me, when I'm chill, I'm a goofball, but I can be pretty intense sometimes, and so I was called Stress Box. And the ashwagandha does help.
Right? And so a lot of people work with it like in tea, they'll make tinctures out of it, and it is really good. If you have not tried supplementing your diet with ashwagandha and you have a lot of stress, because remember, stress, it just destroys your body, you know? And to her point about cortisol, it raises your cortisol levels. I can always tell when I'm stressed because I will hold weight around my middle. I have a really small waist, but in my life, during my really stressful periods, like you'll see me gain weight around the middle, and it's always a sign that my cortisol levels are high. And I have autoimmune diseases, so I need to avoid stress because stress triggers all autoimmune diseases. So ashwagandha is actually what most herbalists recommend for those of us who have multiple autoimmune diseases to keep stress at bay so that our central nervous systems don't get taxed and we don't end up with bigger health challenges. So there's the pure ashwagandha in here. And then some ingredients we have worked with before. Blue lotus, if we're talking about incantation, and again, incantation literally is the process of summoning spirits, right? So blue lotus would be important for that, and then white ginger lily. And the result is stunning. It doesn't smell like anything you've ever smelled before.
No.
Although it invokes some childhood stuff for me, but the scent always does that. Mm-hmm. But there is something familiar about this perfume. Okay. I'm being careful because I got my tattoo touched up this weekend, so I'm still in the healing phase with it. But a little bit at the third eye.
Let me just dab of Morgana to that.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Ready?
Incantation and Morgana were meant to be together. And that would be accurate. I mean, she is the world walker, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did a little, ooh, because I had Morgana right here. And it's like, hold on.
No, that is really divine. That's just sexy. What I like is because the incantation has a lightness to it. Mm-hmm. Because the fruit does come through. And so it kind of softens Morgana can be a little heavy. It's gorgeous, but it can be a little heavy. And so the incantation kind of lightened it up a little bit. And I like that a lot. How do you lower cortisol? So there are some natural ways. Get more sleep. When you're sleep deprived, that's going to spike your cortisol. Watch your diet because foods can also cause cortisol spikes. You want to reduce sugar consumption, unrefined or refined carbohydrates, and then work with adaptogens. Lion's mane, ashwagandha, moringa. Moringa, by the way, I expect at some point in either in our generation or in our kids' generation that moringa will start to be explored more fully because I think research moringa. If you have serious illness or you know someone who does, I'm just telling you go down the rabbit hole and see what you think. But I think people should be drinking moringa tea every day. I have a theory about it and very serious illness. So I can't say that it cures anything, but I've seen some pretty wild things in my life.
I mentioned having stress, and then in quite a few lives I've mentioned too that I have PCOS, and so I'm working with a nutritionist, like a dietitian, if you will, to figure out what foods to eat to help regulate what's going on in my own body, and it's really interesting, kind of learning more about myself that way.
Are there any particular herbs that seem well documented for PCOS to help?
Honestly, there's a few that I'm doing research. I don't want to say it this is going to be great before I kind of dive in myself.
Well, keep us posted because there's a fair number of people in the community with PCOS. So, and PCOS is really challenging because it does all kinds of things, right? But it definitely is about inflammation in the body, but it also can have impact on fertility, definitely an impact on mood, right? And so anyway, all of that. Shatavari, especially in menopause. I'm going to write that down.
Yep, notes.
Taking notes.
Now, that's another thing I wanted to look into. I'm not saying that's where it's from, but like Ayurveda.
Yep.
And different TCM, traditional Chinese medicine. These are things that I want to dive into, learn more about myself.
It's a whole universe. But if you also, just going down the adaptogen rabbit hole, if you have not done that, is going to be interesting for you. I think you'll enjoy the process of learning. And people forget herbs are very powerful. Perfumes, essential oil perfumes, everything we're talking about tonight is pure. Your skin is your largest organ on your body, right? So anything you're sitting in the bath or anointing with on your body is crossing the dermal barrier and is impactful. And herbs are very powerful. Very, very powerful. Okay. Okay, you want it back? You want Morgana back, even if it's not in a pretty bottle?
Okay.
Noted.
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 Morgana again.
Okay, so we have. Well, I don't know where you want to go next. We still have a couple of really exciting things to talk about tonight. Before we blend. Are you guys having fun? It's really nice to see you guys, by the way. Thank you for starting your Friday evening with us.
Our Samhain surprise bags.
Did you see the Samhain surprise bags?
Yes.
This was fun. You guys love surprise bags. I do too. Adults don't get enough surprises. The only surprises you get sometimes are like bills you didn't see coming, which just fucking sucks.
That happened to me this week.
My son was in the ER, remember? A couple of weeks ago. It's like the bills are coming in now. I don't think I'm ever going to the emergency room again as long as I live.
I'm okay. No, thank you.
And we have good insurance too. It's like, Jesus. It was important that we went. I'm glad we did, but holy yikes. So anyway, we want you to get happy surprises. Like things in the mail that smell good and you can work with, right? So I'm going to let her walk you through it. There's a method to the madness.
Yes.
You can thank Hannah and Robin for this surprise bag situation because look at the perfume.
So what you don't see here, because I totally forgot it downstairs at my desk, is the Umbra incense sticks. Trust me, it comes with sticks too, guys. But we have the Umbra perfume, and every surprise bag is going to come with this, and every surprise bag will come with both of these bracelets.
Fun.
What the surprise is, what little gift or specimen will you receive? It could be a pyramid, a sphere, a heart, a different carving, essentially. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to add the Umbra because I know this is a fan favorite, if you will.
It's my favorite ever. That's a big statement. Of all of the shadowy, deeper, darker perfumes I've ever made for you, Umbra was the first. Umbra in Latin means shadow. And it is iconic. And I always tell you, there will be a day when we can't make it anymore because we've had to adapt. There was one ingredient we couldn't find. Then we found a workaround for that ingredient. It's got very specific types of the core ingredients in it, and that's what makes it so different. It's got a gorgeous cinnamon note to it. It's got this really rare sandalwood in it that's totally unique, doesn't smell like anything else. So if you know Umbra, this is the original formula. So you're getting Umbra perfume. This is the only way you can get Umbra, by the way, is in the surprise bag. So you're getting Umbra perfume, Umbra incense sticks. And by the way, the whole thing is only $49. So you get both bracelets, you get a gemstone specimen, the perfume and the incense sticks. The perfume and the incense sticks and the bracelets are $49. So this gemstone specimen you're getting is your free gift.
Yeah. And just a side note, because I'm the one putting together these surprise packs, you might get an additional surprise.
And that's why you love them, and that's why they love you too. So yeah, they might be putting more than you're expecting in your goodie bags. And again, just because we love to do that, it's the holidays, and we're not making very many of these. We have 32 surprise bags available. So if you would like it, that's available for you. And if you're an Umbra lover, we've never made the Umbra incense sticks.
Yeah, no, the incense sticks are a new form for that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, so I know there is one member of the community that loves it, Heather Winkler. Like, she has requested a gallon of it.
She's obsessed. Yeah,
Yes.
Heather Winkler, are you there?
Heather.
Could someone please summon Heather Winkler to the front of the classroom? Oh, Heather. Maybe she'll feel it wherever she is.
She's like, oh, they're summoning me.
Only us are going to call out customers who may or may not be here because we know you so well. You've been waiting years. Vampire freak. I love it. Well, your wait is over. Is it really? It was the first thing you ever bought from SG was Umbra?
Wow.
And so began our relationship. I think that's really, really cool.
My first Samhain or like darker perfume that I fell in love with was Mortem.
Mortem is great.
And when I learned what Mortem meant, that made a lot more sense.
I really have to say, and it's been a collective effort. You know, when I made Umbra, there was no Team SG because it was just me up there doing my little thing. But as we've built out our team, it's always been fun to get everybody's input and their ideas, because they'll say, oh, could we make a shadow perfume but that has this ingredient or that ingredient, and we get inspired. And then we get inspired by you guys too. Mm-hmm. All the time.
I just put the Sanguis and the Umbra together because someone recommended
Let me
it.
smell. That's right.
Okay, now we're just gonna maybe blend all the things. This is what happens, is I start blending everything. Now all of it needs to go together.
Sanguis and Umbra, though, that is
What if we
sexy.
made, you know how you did your Magic 8 Ball perfume? Mm-hmm. What if we made a Samhain version of that? Yep.
That could be really fun. A Samhain 8-ball.
Samhain 8 Ball.
Wow. So basically what we'd want to do is deconstruct the ingredients, like take Umbra apart, take Witch apart, take Incantation apart, take Mortem apart, take Memoriam apart.
Yeah.
And then basically like build it back up. That could be really fun as like a limited edition. Maybe we could do that for the Samhain event.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay.
If you are coming to the Samhain one, I'm really excited for you, because like I said, we sold out. We have 100 people coming. It's going to be so fun. So we're going to be live online and live in person for the first time in a long time on November 1st.
I'm super stoked. I'm not sure if you've told like what we're offering at the soiree, but
I don't know how much we've talked about it. I think we've just said, hey, show up. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we're doing divination stations. Mm-hmm. So Hanalei.
So I practice osteomancy, which is bone throwing.
She's going to be reading bones. Is that the raddest way to spend your Saturday night or your Saturday afternoon? She's going to be doing bone throwing, y'all.
Can't wait.
Alma wants lock-in in a candle, balm, or perfume.
Lock in.
What you want is Hana to lock in on lock-in. And she's taking notes. So stay tuned, Alma. You're inspiring the process. Okay, so surprise bags. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be doing some readings, too, by the way, at the event. I'm going to have a thermos of tea. I can't decide if I'm going to do tea readings or Turkish coffee readings. I might do both. So I will have a thermos and some cups, and I'll be doing readings. And then I'm also just going to be roaming around and shopping and hanging out with all of you guys. Zoe's going to be doing henna. My tattoo artist, my real tattoo artist, is going to be here doing tattoos. She's going to have a massage table set up in the back. It's just going to be really, really fun. Robin's going to be here shopping and hanging out. Did I miss anything? No, super fun, right? And all of that, the tattoo you have to pay separately for because that's a whole shebang. But everything else is included. So if you want to come and have your bones read, or sounds really bad, or have your henna done by Zoe or whatever, it's all free. It's all part of the event. So it's gonna be really, really fun. That would be really fun for you to teach a bone throwing class.
Yeah, because the set that I have, there's two styles that I do with the longer bones, and if they cross, that's like a yes or an. And then the ones that I'm going to be using at the event, it's really just, it took me 5 years to build this set because it's little trinkets and charms as well as the bones. Yeah.
Do you know I have a set of bones somewhere downstairs from the old building? I never unpacked my office when I moved over there.
If we can find
Which
it.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that is kind of.
Never unpacked it.
Huh.
So there's a little tiny brown leather bag of bones from my old altar that I think is in the box at the bottom of the stairs of all my old stuff. When we find it, I'd like to go through it before the event.
That would be really
because
fun.
I would
because
love,
I was going to ask
to put my
hey,
bones in the mix.
No, I was going to ask you later today. I was like, I feel called to ask if you have a little thing for my bone set.
Oh my god. Yeah. I would love to give you my bones. This is so weird. It's so awesome. I'll totally give you my bones. So we're going to do more things like this, by the way. Like I said, there's going to be a holiday shopping party, and, we're going to do some crafting and sipping and all kinds of things in November, at the end of November. So stay tuned. We'll keep you posted on all of our events that we're dreaming up. So, and it's really cool. Yeah, Zoe's an amazing henna artist. Wouldn't you know? Zoe's an artist. She always has been. I always tell you I'm not an artist, but my daughter's a total artist. And she does, so she's going to have certain designs that she'll do for you when you come, and her henna is incredible. I do have a hummingbird skeleton, but I don't have the heart to take it apart. It's fully intact in my crystal room. You've seen it, right? The little hummingbird skeleton.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I don't want to take his bones apart. That was such a sad story. But he's so beautiful. His, like, perfectly intact little skeleton. There's another bird that died, and I never brought his bones in. He's still in the garden. Maybe you need his bones. Let's see. Universe might be providing us with some inspiration. Group ask to find Athena's bones. Okay, I know.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, the resin. Let's just talk about the amber resin one more time while she's setting up. Okay, so we talked about everything we have with you tonight. So just a reminder, my rose water. If you want a bottle of that, that's a limited edition made in my kitchen, super special. Comes in the little, we don't have any more of those little bottles. I just think they're beautiful.
Yeah, I think the color is gorgeous. It smells really good too. I love it when you make rose water.
Yeah, I love it. And you know, it does have some oils in it that will be mild preservatives if you want this to last longer. Just add a few drops of vodka or, you know, whatever high proof alcohol or you know, any fixative oil that you like. Vetiver is a fixative, patchouli is a fixative. So you could add oils in there too that will make it last longer for you because it was made fresh with filtered water. So that's available. The custom Big 3 perfume. So if you were thinking about that, that's also available. We showed you 2 different types of incense sticks, the witch incense sticks and the obsidian rose holder. And then we showed you
the Memoriam
incense sticks.
Oh, and the incense sticks. Yeah.
Yep. And then the Memoriam candle, which is on pre-order for you. And then the perfume that we're about to blend is going to be available for you as well, too. It's called Rosa Sagrada. And we'll explain that in just a second. And that's the bottle. That one also quantity 25? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we only have 24 bottles available of the perfume we're about to blend. So we're just making a small bottle of it today.
Yeah, just for this one. And then soon we'll make like our regular 10 ml. Available.
Our regular, yeah. So if you want the limited edition of what we're blending tonight, then you want to buy Rosa Sagrada. So we showed this to you already. This is that big cube of amber resin. What I'm going to tell you is if you love burning incense, you do need a charcoal disc for this one. So that's the only thing. So what you do is it comes with a big block of the most heavenly amber you've ever smelled. You take you can use your fingernail or just some tweezers to just pick off a little piece, put it on a charcoal disc. And again, but even if you don't burn it, your whole room, your whole space is going to smell like this the minute you open it. The amber resin, we only have 50 of them available. It's $15. You get 10 grams of the amber resin, which it takes so little. This will last you a really, really long time. We haven't had this in years. My customers have been begging for it. Like, please, 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 can you ever get that amber back? So this is that amber that you've heard everybody talking about. So that is there for you as well. Sacred Prayer is still available, and Blue Room is available.
Oh, Blue Room.
Blue Room, if you don't know what Blue Room is, you can go on YouTube, Athena, Sage Goddess Blue Room, and find the meditation. It's a rad. It's just a deep meditation for healing. So we have some tools that accompany that. So our blending tonight, we always do live blending when we have Aroma Talk. We really look forward to it because it's our favorite thing. So tonight, I'm going to let Hannah explain what she's doing. It's really funny that you are working with saffron because I've been doing, so I do custom perfumes as well. It's over on our Etsy shop. If you ever want me to blend you a perfume, and you can tell me either what you want me to put in it or kind of like the vibe you're going for, and then I have my own apothecary at home and I have my own oils that I'm blending with. But one of the people who got me to do a custom blend wanted saffron, really loved saffron. So I was like, hey, I took our saffron from here to blend that. And so I was talking to Rachel and I'm like, I'm working with saffron. I've got to talk to Hanalei because I forget how much I love saffron oil. And so the other half of my brain over here.
I joke around that we share at least one brain cell.
We do. Sometimes I only have one, but it must be the one I share with her.
Yeah, so I just realized how our camera's kind of set up so you can see all the beautiful things we've got going on. Hello, good morning. I think, I learned how to use this. Love that for me.
That's really cool.
So for today's blend, we have our main note is going to be the rose. We have some of the spikenard, and I chose this one because I was thinking of the story you were telling with Mary Magdalene.
I don't know if you can see. I just want to show them the. Oh, go ahead.
And then just how she was washing Jesus' feet with her hair.
Isn't that beautiful? Did I do it? Isn't that gorgeous? That rose oil is red. So it's red roses. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
And then I have
that.
the trilogy.
Yeah, that's that incredible blend.
And then we also have the saffron you mentioned earlier, and I love.
It's so pretty, you guys. I wish you had smell-o-vision. The way it pairs with rose.
Is that what the blend was? They had a
little bit of rose, some neroli, the saffron. Like this, the one customer was really specific in the notes that she wanted, but I had never blended these particular oils together, and I was like literally the last of it in her bottle. I was like running it through my hair, rubbing it on my clothes. It just smelled so good. It's like sunshine.
So we have myrrh, and then we have frankincense, and then lastly rosemary.
Yep.
And I found this little bottle, but I found it, you found it, I gave it back.
That's awesome. That's the perfect container for our blend. So perfume making is one of our favorite arts. I've taught it. I taught a class called Perfume Around the World, and we explained, and Hannah will explain. This is one of her favorite things to teach too. There's 3 levels, just like in shamanism. There's 3 worlds. There's 3 levels of a perfume, and it's kind of like your sun, moon, and rising, right? There's the level like your rising sign that it's the first thing you meet in a perfume, and then it dries down to the 2nd level, and then it dries down to the 3rd level.
To the 3rd level, yes. So for this one, I believe like the rosemary would be closer to the top, and then the rose is their main note.
Yep.
This is what I want us to start with.
Also, and the main note is also known as the heart note. And it's interesting because the heart chakra is the 4th chakra of the 7. It's the center.
And it's into the center,
system,
right? Before you get into the... Yeah.
So it's like perfuming and chakras and all of it. Like there's all these correspondences. Yes, and bless that siren. There's been a lot of sirens today. My heart has just been in here and out there at the same time. So yeah, you have top notes, which are called head notes. You have middle notes, which are called heart notes. And then you have bottom notes, which are called base notes, kind of like your base chakra. And so your base notes are actually root chakra oils. Anything that qualifies as a base note, like
vetiver, birch tar, patchouli, tonka, vanilla, they kind of sit down there energetically.
Yeah, and even in blends, sometimes they'll be the last ones to kind of mix, right? They'll kind of like gather at the bottom of the bottle, and you kind of have to nudge them or warm them to get them to combine.
And then viscosity, I believe, is the word for it, because I know for example, frankincense, this is the black frankincense, or nicolacta, I believe.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Do you see that?
Pretty thick. It's very resinous, is what I would say. So this is considered also a base note. But then you look at something like rosemary, and this is
clear light, and so this perfume. One of the things you have to be careful with rosemary, with lavender, with citrus, with top notes. Top notes can hijack a perfume. You're always looking for balance in perfuming, just like you are with everything else in life, right? But if you have too much top note and not enough bottom, your perfume will be it'll fade quickly.
It'll fade a lot quickly, yeah. Top notes, what I've noticed, anywhere between an hour to 2 hours, sometimes 3 they'll last. But it's really like the heart notes and the base notes that stay much longer. The only base note that I've worked with that doesn't seem to move away from me is patchouli and vanilla.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I still think it's funny that vanilla's a base note because it's an orchid, right? So it's like, I tend to think of orchids as like light and effervescent, but vanilla has junk in its trunk. Okay, so we're going to blend this perfume for you. And which order do you want to go in? Do you want to start with our base or you want to start with our top? I think we should start with the base.
Yeah.
Build a foundation.
So I have, which I call this, frankincense and myrrh, or myrrh and frankincense.
Okay. Should we blend with the product camera on? Maybe it's easier for them to see. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to feel our way into this. The difference between sacred perfuming and non-sacred perfuming is
It's okay.
Throwing caps.
Throwing caps, blessing the rug.
I love spilling perfume. It's the best thing ever. I made the most beautiful perfume at my house one time with really rare absolutes and stuff, and I spilled it in my living room. Oh, and I screamed like, because it was just like I didn't have a lot of the ingredients. But I'm so glad I spilled it because my living room still, when you're in that part of the living room, sometimes if like the wind is or the doors are open, it's like probably for the rest of my life, that rug, wherever I go, that rug will go.
Every time. But that dress still smells like your favorite patchouli.
Isn't that funny? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, when we say they're fixatives, they're fixatives. So, okay. Let's start here. So, intention. One of the things I like to do too, and we have enough time, is I'm actually going to light that incense stick one more time. So, light your incense. Let it get red and spicy. Because there is something about the container, right? We want to set an intention for this blend, which we basically already have, right? We want to call in the energy of Mary. So we ask that this blend holds the energy and essence, the vibration of Mary, Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, that it represents their protection, their divine unconditional love, their beauty, and also their tenderness, I think. It's also part of what we're intending. Mm. So you take your incense stick, you put it into the bottle, and it will fill it with smoke. It's quite magical, a process to watch. You see the smoke coming out of the bottle? I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of neat. See that? Oh, it gets kind of trapped in there. So the bottle will become smoky. And that's how you prepare a vessel to be filled.
I love that.
And then again, just take let's see, where do I want to put the ash? I can put it in my napkin. Okay,
I've been collecting it over here. Oh, over here.
Oh.
I realized how close I got to your drink. Apologies.
It's okay. It would make it spicy. And then you just put it out in there like we taught you. Okay. And the smoke is still coming out of the bottle. Can you see it? Rising up out of there. It's kind of neat. So it takes a few minutes to come out. Do you see how the whole bottle is kind of smoky inside? It's kind of hard to see on the camera. Okay, so then we have our two base notes, to her point. Okay, I'm going to go in with that. I can't believe how thick that frankincense is.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in with the vetiver. I want to build a nice, ooh, look how red and thick and gorgeous that is. And just build the foundation. It's forcing I wish we could back that up just a little bit more. Let me bring it back this way so it's a little bit easier for them to see. Yeah. Like, what's the easiest way to do that? There we go. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. I spilled a little bit. Oh no.
Oh no. You know, every time I go home, I have incense, oils, just everything on me.
I do too. I've given up at this point.
Yeah, just accept it.
It's part of the process. What do you think? Let me add some of the frankincense and see how they dance together. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? It's like syrup. We want the bulk of the blend to be rose, so that's why she poured the most. The bottle of the rose oil is the fullest. And that's our heart note. But let's see where we're at with our base. How does it smell to you? I love that the smoke is still coming out.
Yeah. I almost want to blow it out so I can smell it, but like, it's fine. Oh. Hello? Okay, let me not inhale all the smoke so you can get a...
That's magic, yeah. That is magical. Okay, we're having a moment. That's exactly where it needs to be, I think. We could put more, but I think we're good.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So next up, spikenard's going to be a heart note for me, I think. Saffron and rosemary for me are top notes. I don't know if that's how it breaks down for you. Because, you know, and you can have, people can see notes differently, right? Some people will see certain notes as an automatic heart note or automatic top note. Here's that red rose oil mix going in. Yes. Again, just that's bringing in energies of divine love, feminine energy, union energy, forgiveness, compassion. I'm just going to sit the whole botella there and let it go in.
That was definitely the intention.
Aren't her nails beautiful? Make sure you follow Zoe on Instagram. I can show you her account. She, not just because she's my daughter, but it's actually really cool to see. She lets her clients design there's her Instagram for you. She lets her clients design their nails, so they just give her inspiration. The coolest set she did is our snake's shed. She keeps the shed when they shed every few weeks, and she put the shed on one of her clients' nails and painted over it. She actually has one of our snake skin. Isn't that cool? That's my Scorpio moon daughter coming up with that. Yes, please. More rose, more rose. I don't remember what kind of bones are in my bone set. So we're gonna have to find them and figure it out. But now I'm inspired because I wanna hand them to you and let them have a new life.
That would be really amazing.
They were gifted to me by one of my teachers. I know, pretty cool. And again, it's so weird. I haven't seen all that stuff in way before COVID, 2018 maybe. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. I don't know if I was ready for that. It's rad. So again, we only have 24 of these bottles available. If you'd like to purchase one, they're at sagegoddess.com. So seriously, put the link up for you, but she'll put it up again. So this is called Rosa Sagrada, which is actually the name that Hanalei came up with, and I think it's perfect.
So we got the spikenard.
It means the sacred rose. Oh my God, spikenard. Spikenard, this is the oil that Mary Magdalene used to anoint the feet of Jesus. And there's lots of theories about why spikenard for Mary, for Jesus. There's one theory that it was for his protection. Spikenard also is a purifier.
Yeah.
So it was definitely for purification, but there was also this idea that it was to protect him as well. Protect his steps. And
I love that because that's something I do in my own practice. Is like bless my steps, protect my steps. I do a lot of I'm gonna say it like this, foot stuff. And so I'll anoint my feet often, or I'll soak them because what I teach people is because that's what's connected to the ground and that's what's making contact.
It's true.
You want to make sure you're taking care of your feet.
It's true. I mean, I'm barefoot all the time, so it's probably not taking the best care of my feet, but it's part of the reason why I am barefoot all the time is like feeling that connection to the earth because of the work that I do in the world. It's hard to stay grounded. I know, that is amazing.
Woo! Ooh, hello. No, I think you're
glorious.
taking care of your feet though. Like you're grounded, you're staying grounded, you're connecting with Mother Gaia. You know, you're not disconnected or anything like that.
No.
I don't think this is a personal opinion of mine that shoes take care of my feet. They bug me. But
yeah. I do take care of my feet. Like I go and have pedicures every 3 weeks and I get foot massages and things like that. And I massage my own feet and things. So I do take care of them, but I like having my feet on the ground, as they say. So there it is, Sagrada Rosa. And we have 2 more notes.
I'm having a moment.
I'm excited for the saffron. I'm nervous for the rosemary. Just because rosemary is one of those, it's like lavender, you know, it's like it can quickly become just a lavender perfume. And do it. I want it.
I'm gonna have you smell before I do the thing.
Yeah. Saffron's incredible. Saffron just is like liquid gold. It's like liquid sunshine. If you haven't smelled it before, you will be able to smell this. Yeah, Heather runs around barefoot, and Jamie said she's sad because it's getting too cold and she's got to put on real shoes. And that's always the thing. Like I do have boots, you know, and when people see me in shoes, they're always like, really? Like shoes? Even my kids are just like, you can't wear shoes. We were going somewhere where you had to have closed-toed shoes, and so it was like, oh, you're in trouble. They're not going to be able to go. All the saffron. Do you see what she did? She just stuck it. But who wants to waste a drop? Look how cool this is, you guys. Like, I don't know, can you see that? It's like running down the side, like the drops of it.
Also, do you like these bottles?
Isn't that rad? I do like them.
I was like potion bottles. I love these.
They're total potion bottles. I'm way into it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's smell it as it is before we do the rosemary thing. Does it smell good in here?
Yeah.
We're spilling shit.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you it's an accident, but I don't know if it's an accident.
We're blessing the floor.
Accidente. Okay. So rosemary for the energy. We're not trying to make this a rosemary. That often happens though, Lana, where we're like, let's just add a little, and it's like, and by little I mean every fucking drop of the bottle.
All the drops.
How are you feeling about it?
I feel like I should have brought a little dropper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like my version of a mimosa where I drop 1 drop of orange juice in my champagne. This rosemary, well, I was going to say it's not as much of an asshole as rosemary usually is, but it is kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
But we need it for the energy. Okay, I'll do it. I'll be brave.
Be brave.
Okay. Don't mess it up.
Just
for the energy.
Just for the energy. I should find us really fancy pipettes. Like glass ones. But
That would be rad.
pipettes.
Ooh,
Right?
ooh. Okay, I put 3 drops in.
Okay.
That feels good. That's a sacred number. Okay.
All right. We are closing.
It did what it was supposed to do. So here's what I want you to know about top notes. Used correctly, they tighten up the sweetness, they unify scent if you don't overdo it, right? If you overdo it, then it hijacks it and now you've just got a rosemary perfume. But if you use your top note correctly, it just sort of unites the other notes, and I always say it draws the line between the top note, the head notes, the middle notes, the heart notes, and the bottom notes, the base notes, and that did that. We could probably add a little bit more, but it just becomes this really risky thing. Are we putting this in here?
I was wanting your
I
opinion
like
on
that.
that.
Yeah. It's a Herkimer, I think. It's rad. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we put it in? Sending and receiving.
I mean,
I like
that.
I like it. It'll,
So I give her
it'll
offerings
magnify
and
the
I pray
energy.
her,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
Okay, and she goes.
Gently, gently. Okay.
And then I'm going to offer it one of the rose petals from my mom's bush from outside. I just think that's really sweet. So in goes just the single petal from my mom's rose bush. You can see it there. And that is your perfume. Like I said, only 2 dozen bottles of it. So if you want Rosa Sagrada, I would highly recommend it. When we do really special limited edition things like they're so beautiful. And it's limited because of the bottle.
Yeah.
And then, like she said, we will make another batch and do a regular 10 ml or our usual rollers. But for now,
This is definitely a blend I would highly recommend if you haven't already seen the rosaries that we have on the website.
Yeah.
This is something I would use to bless my rosaries. The rose water, same thing.
Yeah. We have the prettiest rosaries on the website. Anyway, we can link to all of that for you. They're custom made for Sage Goddess or for Athena's Lair, but we have them at Sage Goddess too. So, and look how pretty they look together.
Yeah, they both have roses, guys. I know how to work this. There we go.
All the roses all the time. But again, all of this would be perfect on your Samhain altar, your ancestral altar, your ofrenda. If you have an ofrenda in Spanish means offering. So an ofrenda is a traditional altar around the period of what's known as the Days of the Dead, where you put pictures of your ancestors and all their favorite fruits and foods and drinks, and you light candles, and it's a really beautiful tradition. We carry it on here at Sage Goddess because we love the practice of it. So yay, Joanne got one. I'm excited. Yeah, if you're choosing Rosa Sagrada, let me know. It's close to both of our hearts and so deeply inspired by our work together this month, and wanted to make something special for you guys. Isn't it a pretty bottle? And I love it too. You know, I'm such a sucker for anything antique or vintage, and I love the way they used to do the perfume bottles with the little glass, application, the applicator. It's just more romantic that way. So you just dip it, and you can draw again. You can write if your affirmation is love, right? You take your perfume and draw. Don't look too closely at I had labs done today, and it was very painful. But anyway, you know what I mean? Which actually, I wish I'd had some rose oil when I had my labs done, because roses stop bleeding. Yeah, there's a word for it. Things that stop bleeding, but roses do. They stop bleeding.
Yeah, they do have a word for it.
Aseptic. It's like aseptic properties or something like that, where it's if you have something that's bleeding, it will stop it. So yay, Jamie got one too. Oh, that's beautiful. What's that? That's just that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I keep going back to, what was the blend you put here?
Incantation and Morgana.
Incantation and Morgana has dried down now. I know. I
Excuse me.
So it doesn't smell like either of them. But there's something in the union of those two.
That's why I said sour
maybe we need to make them, combine them, and then give that a different name, you know? Like the Ultimate Death perfume. Ultimate Death. Is that weird? Some of you would be into it.
UDP.
Oh, Alma got one too. Yay.
UDP.
Yeah, UDP. Should we do it? How many of you would want that? I mean, we're kind of heavy goth here at SG, so we're
my brother would
into it.
Hardcore goth.
Hardcore goth.
It's like, sir.
Somebody sent me that the other day. It was a meme, and it says, "You're not old. You're just 80s goth." It's like, I am. It might be coagulant. It might be. That might be the super fancy word that I'm trying to think of. So you would want it? Yeah.
So I do like our death perfume, the one that's inspired by the tarot card. That one was pretty rad.
That was very good. Those were very intentionally designed and made too. You got it too, Tammy? So Tammy got the rose water, the resin, and Memoriam. You are set. But you know what's been fun about tonight? First of all, we got to tell you some of the stories of how these iconic, because these are some of these perfumes, we've made them 8 and 10 times and they're gone, right? So customers collect them. But there's always these really cool stories behind them, especially the original blends. And then to be able to bring them back to you, you know, you are so gifted, because it is still not easy to make the original, because our customers know them so well. Like, we can't fuck it up. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, this doesn't smell like Morgana. So she's so good at making it identical, because you can still use the same ingredients and in the wrong proportions, and it's not going to smell the way the original was.
Because I do my PT, but I do commissions on the side too, like dupes, if you will. Yeah. And I tell them it's going to take a moment, at least 3 weeks, if not more, because I have at least 5 testing phases.
Exactly.
Because I'm writing down, what does the top initial notes smell like? What do they smell like married together? And then I go into the heart, and like I write hour by hour everything that's happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it is fun actually, because I've had customers also send in things and say, "This isn't your perfume, but is there any way you could try to deconstruct this?"
Yeah.
And there was one woman in San Francisco. She brought me this perfume, and I ended up being able to recreate it. But it was a fragrance oil base, but the note she couldn't figure out, it had strawberry. So I had a strawberry oil, which I didn't love because it's kind of sweet. But it actually, her blend was just strawberry and helichrysum, which may sound weird, but it was beautiful.
Okay,
Strawberry and helichrysum. so I blend it, and I had her original bottle with just like the few drops left. And she was so cute. She's like, don't lose it. Don't lose it. This is all I have in the whole world, right? It was discontinued. And then I sent her a full bottle of the one I made for her. And she was like, I cannot believe you nailed it. And I'm like, do you want to know what it is? It's strawberry and helichrysum. It's crazy. You have to try it to believe it. I'm gonna go do that.
And now I'm thinking like heliotrope with helichrysum. Because like I'm thinking
heliotrope with helichrysum would be really good.
with like fruit.
Well, but those are two of the notes I think in
Is
the
Honey I'm Yours?
Honey I'm Yours.
Yeah, I remember that.
I need to make a candle.
I have a rolled one, but I think a poured one would be.
I think a poured one would be good. Maybe we should see about this strawberry helichrysum thing. I don't know.
Listen, I have Cinnammood coming up.
Cinnamood.
Yeah, I didn't forget Cinnammood.
Cinnammood.
Oh, she's in the works.
Do you guys remember Cinnamood? You guys asked for it because we made all the different oud blends, and you were like, Cinnamood.
Cinnammood, she's coming up real quick. So don't worry.
Down our rabbit holes. Now you know what it's like in our world. This is why we're dangerous for each other, because it's always like, ooh, but have you tried this? Have you tried that? And
but what if we put this in there and then it's just that rabbit hole we end up in? I feel like the rest of the team just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever that is. You love Honey I'm Yours? Yay! That's one of my favorites too, and that was a fun story too.
Still. And what I really love about the spray or like the alcohol-based perfumes we have, they just get better with age. They all do. Actually, all of it gets better with age.
They do. Yeah, all the spray perfumes. And anything that's got a good fixative, you guys, is going to get better with age. One of the reasons people love my patchouli, and I think my patchouli is still available too if you want that. That should be over on the Etsy page. It's aged. And patchouli gets better with age. 10-year patchouli doesn't smell as good as 15. 15, I've got a bottle over here that's...
Yeah, no, I'm obsessed with this bottle. When I come into this office, it's one of the first things I do.
Mm-hmm. It's almost turning into a resin, like in the bottle. It's so old that it's like coagulating on its own, and it just gets better with age, so... So everything that we showed you tonight, Circe just prompted you at the bottom of the page. Everything we've shown you tonight, she's posted all the links, and thank you. You did a great job because it's a lot of moving parts. But you can also just go to sagegoddess.com, and if you don't find something, you can search the website. There's a search bar. See if there's something specific you're looking for. And then if there's something you are looking for that you can't find, always bring those suggestions here to Aroma Talk. We're here with you once a month. We always welcome those suggestions. And thank you for being here. I'm excited for all the goodies that you got tonight, and it's fun to kick off our weekend with you.
I remember that one, Secret of the Sphinx. That was in one of our new moon or full moon.
It was. Secret of the Sphinx is beautiful. Scent can do that, but I've always taught you all these years that there's a whole part of your brain, right? It's known as the olfactory system, and it's part of your limbic system, which is the oldest part of your brain. The front part of your brain is this prefrontal cortex. This is all like, in terms of evolution of our brains, this is our modern brain. The part of your brain that's back here that governs memory, that governs your ability to smell and how you recognize smell, is the oldest part of your brain. And it doesn't have we only have language up here. This part of your brain doesn't have the capacity for language. So what's really interesting about that is when you smell something, you know how you often can't describe it? Like when people ask me, what did your grandmother used to smell like? I know exactly what my grandmother smelled like, but I can't describe it to you.
Yeah.
I could say, well, it's kind of like gardenia. I mean, because that part of your brain recognizes the smell, but can't describe. And so you're tapping into a part of your brain that is so old and so connected to, again, your intuition and your memory. And so that's why scent is so important. And then you have the healing properties of it because the oils themselves are healers. and your skin is an organ. So you get the physical healing benefits, but you also get this kind of like deep brain memory connected to scent. And your soul's been here for a long time. Amber Moon would be a great one to bring back.
Noted.
Amber Moon is, she's finicky. It's hard to make her.
Yeah.
I've made multiple batches of Amber Moon, and they're all slightly different because amber is one of those ones. Amber's a fixative, but there's 1,000 ambers.
1,000 ambers. It's like amber, liquid amber, amber attar, fixed amber.
Styrax, which is kind of like a pseudo amber.
When you do your research into what amber really is, or at least what's in the market for amber, it's an attar essentially.
Yeah, it's like basically like a hybrid of other things. So your mom wore white shoulders. I have an old vintage bottle of white shoulders. My mom loved it too. So isn't that fun? I love knowing what your grandmothers wore and anybody. My Evening in Paris, which is a perfume from the 30s and 40s, was my grandmother's favorite. And you can still get little empty bottles of Evening in Paris on eBay. It's a beautiful little bottle. I mean, these were like drugstore perfumes, but it's special. And then my mom liked Taboo. That was the only one that I would judge her for, because Taboo is not cute. Taboo perfume. I'm like, really, like anything else. Just like Jean Naté, right? Do you guys remember the 80s, like CVS drugstore perfumes? Like anything but Taboo. Taboo should have been taboo because it's ugly and nobody should have worn it. So I was very judgmental of her for that. White Shoulders was lovely. Giovanni Musk was actually quite nice. Jean Naté was like the fresh, young, youthful scent that a lot of us wore in the 80s. So, and then you get into the 90s with like Victoria's Secret Bombshell or like some of these, like there was like these iconic Bath and Body Works. There was one in the 90s. I can't remember which one it was, but like some of these iconic scents. Again, not great, kind of shitty, full of bad ingredients, but iconic because everybody was wearing them.
Growing up, I remember like Love Spell, Sweet Pea, everything.
Love Spell, Sweet
melon.
Pea. That's the one from Bath and Body Works, Sweet Pea. That was iconic for the 90s.
Yeah,
but no. I mean, I'm not going to wear it.
Good.
But Love's Baby Soft, Sweet Honesty. Oh my God, you guys remember these? It's so cool. The first perfume my mom ever bought me is from House Guerlain, and it's called Samsara. And that's beautiful. And it's all bass note Tonka-y. Like, it pretty much predicted that I would end up loving bass notes. And then Shalimar perfume from House Guerlain. Do you guys remember that? Shalimar was iconic in the 80s too. So
I think Connect Houston.
I love that. Shalimar. Yeah.
I'm just gonna Google some of these.
Love Shalimar. Queen Bee would be good to bring back. That's a basically like a beeswax absolute based perfume. This is such a fun conversation for us, by the way, because you're inspiring us. Windsong and Jean Naté. Sun Moon Stars, totally new Sun Moon Stars from the 90s too. Isn't that funny? Obsession is Sexy. Drakkar Noir, my boyfriends in high school wore it, and I would like hijack their bottle and give it back. I was like the only girl who liked guys' colognes.
I would have enjoyed it back then.
You would have.
Because my time, everyone was wearing Axe.
Really? Yeah, that's like the 90s forward was that. Axe was kind of like the 90s version of Drakkar Noir. Opium. I think Opium is beautiful, actually. And Charlie was another one. So, okay, I will. We're going to look up all of these. We're going to go down all these. Yep, and I might even bring some of mine in from the house so you can smell them, because I have some of these, so we can have a little, like, smell off.
Smell off.
Yeah.
SG smell off.
Yeah. Anyway, this was fun, you guys. Thank you for being part of our perfume community. It's always good to have you here. So enjoy, happy shopping. Have a great weekend. We will be back with you. We've got Gem Journey next week, which we're very excited about. We have our Magical Entrepreneur graduation next week, which we're very excited about.
Oh,
I know. And then what else is happening next week? So make sure you have registered for online classes. Again, Living University. Probably sound like a broken record, But you want to start at the beginning, and now's the perfect time to register. Everything is affordable. You've got lots of options for different levels and how you want to work with me. So make sure you visit sagegoddess.com and sign up for classes this weekend. And if you're coming to the event on the 1st, we're very excited. We're getting all ready for you. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to go find my bones.
Yes.
And thank you to Circe for being such an incredible moderator. And if you'd like to, we do have a public Facebook group. That was the one I was asking Circe to post our live in tonight, which is our perfume community. So you're always welcome to join. That's a free Facebook group where you can be with all the kids who've been enjoying aromatherapy with us since we started. So, and then you'll hear about all their favorites and go down all of those rabbit holes. Gem Journey, I think, is Monday. Let me look at Ye Olde Calendar. Gem Journey is Monday, Australia. Entrepreneurs Tuesday. Elder Council is Wednesday. And then we have SGTV on Thursday. And Friday is Halloween.
Yes.
So, and then Saturday is our event.
Yep.
So Saturday, the 1st, is when we're doing our live public Samhain ceremony. So if you have your tools, we're going to be decorating and anointing and dressing our candles. So if you're online, you're going to be able to see the whole community here in person. And then if you're in person, you'll be able to do the ritual with me live, which is going to be really exciting.
Yes,
So that's the rest of October for you at a glance, which is crazy. And then we're going to be into November. And you know how it goes, right? Hi, November 1st. Oh, now it's Thanksgiving. Oh, now it's Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You blink and the whole thing is over. So in our next room over, we have whiteboards, and we already have November and December penciled out. And it's oh my God, I can't believe we're talking about Thanksgiving. This is crazy.
Part of my brain's already in January. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, I know. What do you want in January? Let us know. All right, cheers, you guys. Have a great night. Thank you, Louise. Happy birthday.
Happy
Cheers.
birthday. Yes.
And we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you for Gem.